The Executive Committee is your representative body made up of your LSESU sabbatical officers and part-time student officers.
We all meet monthly to discuss campaigns and how we can best support and advocate for you.
This year, we are prioritizing accessibility, community, and student voice.
This year, the Executive Committee are focusing on one key issue each meeting. So far, we've discussed a wide range of student issues, such as student financial hardship. How can we make LSE affordable and accessible for all?
Divestment. What is LSE's policy on ethical investing? Let's lobby our school to make sure that the investments are sustainable and ethical.
Free speech. In December, we asked you if you knew your rights on free speech. And we also asked you if you felt comfortable peacefully protesting for things you believe in on campus at LSE.
Consent Ed. Do you feel safe on campus? How can we ensure consent culture at LSE?
The sabbatical officers and the part-time officers are making sure what matters to you matters to LSE. Speaking of part-time officers, let's meet them.
Hi, I'm Zoe, your Class Liberation Officer. This year I've been working alongside Tito to triple our hardship fund, which means that students can now access the support they need in times of financial difficulty. I've also set up the Working Class Collective that looks to bring together working class students to have fruitful discussion. I've also set up our Collective Coffee, which provides a space for all working class students and also free goodies. I've also been working alongside our amazing Student Voice team and APP coordinator to launch our Kickstart social mobility scheme, which is allowing working class students and state educated students to get the mentoring support that they need.
Hi, I'm Arda, your LGBTQ officer. This term I've held Queer Fest, a celebration of queerness on campus. We had events such as a tarot reading and a trip to Queer Britain. It all finished in Queer Gala, a ball to celebrate your queerness. I've also been working on holding another LGBTQ gym hour, and I've also been lobbying for gender neutral facilities on campus.
Hi everyone, I'm Grace and I'm your Women's Officer for this year. I've been working with our Welfare and Liberation Officer to improve consent ed sessions on campus. I've been running self-defense sessions with our Campaign Society Hands Off, who campaign on campus to make campus a safer space for everyone. And in May, I will be running a half marathon to raise money for Women's Aid.
Hello everyone, I'm Aisha, your International Student Officer. Over the past few months, I've been working closely with UCL Students Union and the Russell Group Student Union to make sure your voices are heard and your concerns are prioritized. We've been conducting focus groups at the LSESU, and I've been using the insights to make sure that they are reflected in our International Student Guide. I'm also putting together the first LSE International Student Guide. This will contain anything and everything you need to know about being an international student here, coming to London, settling down, opening a UK bank account, and it will be very interactive. And I've been using the insights we've gathered from conversations with you all and the focus groups to help shape the guide. I've also been working with LSE Careers to make sure we're better supporting you, whether that's about finding graduate jobs or with visas after you finish your studies here. On a more fun note, we're organizing our first Culture Week. I'm working with Debbie, your Black Asian Minority Ethnic Officer. I hope you look forward to it and join us on the last week of term to end the year together.
Hi, I'm Debbie. I'm the Black Asian Minority Ethnic Officer for the Students' Union. Over the course of this year, I've been working with the EDI department running an ethnicity terminology consultation, which has been used to inform the title of this role, and have since put forward a bylaw change to have the title of this role changed so it can be more representative of the group. I've also been working with students and staff to improve the Black student experience at LSE, so that included chairing a student communities development group where we discussed the Black student experience and had a panel of students talking to staff about their experiences of welcome, well-being, community and belonging at LSE. I've been working with the Wajiha, our Education Officer, on our Decolonising the Curriculum agenda, which this year we've recently launched our Decolonising the Curriculum Student Action Group. So if you don't know anything about it, make sure to get involved and find out more information about it. Along with the SU, I've been supporting initiatives that increase student engagement with students from ethnic minority backgrounds. So that's included our BME mentoring scheme, our Race in the Workplace panel event that happened in March that we hosted with LSE Careers, and finally our newly established Black Student Sport Network. And finally, I've been working with Aisha, our International Students Officer, to launch our very first Culture Week at LSE, where we're celebrating all cultural diversity and ethnic diversity at LSE with food, games and activities.
And I'm Praka, your Ethics and Sustainability Advisor. Firstly, I've been working with LSE stakeholders to improve publicity on sustainability on campus. Secondly, I've been working to create a cross-London university cycling safety network called Unicycle to champion cycling safety for both students and staff. Lastly, I've been working on improving Green Week by hosting an interactive exhibit, a clothes pop-up, as well as many Sustainability Society-led events to improve sustainability on campus.
We're also working on the policies that you've proposed to us. Here's a summary of the work we've done on the policies passed in the last academic year.
Students passed a policy on self-certification for examinations and similarly returning exam scripts to students. To work on this, the school is doing an assessment regulations review to look at all of their regulations, and I've been feeding into this to make sure that our student policies are considered and passed.
We launched the Not in My Name campaign during Welcome Week. The aim of the campaign was to make consent ed mandatory for both student and staff. Since then, we have been able to deliver on this and have made consent ed an integral part of student experience.
You also asked us to facilitate spaces for creative societies to practice and perform in the LSESU. To ensure this, we worked with our student societies to make sure they got priority booking over externals. We also got students who use our AV equipment trained so they could do this without supervision. We even went a step further and we revamped the media centre on the second floor of the LSESU with new furniture for our media groups. And now I'm working on the most recent past policy, which is to do with installing a tissue dispenser in the prayer rooms in the Faith Centre, which I'm working on with the Prayer Room Committee and the Faith Centre.
Another policy that was passed was increasing the amount of silent study spaces in the library, and this was raised at the Estates Management Board by Tito. We'll have more updates on this by the end of this academic year, but hopefully there's actually a library master plan that's happening.
We've been working with the English Collective of Prostitutes on one of our past policies, which is about creating a safer place for students who engage in sex work on campus and lobbying LSE to do the same. Some initiatives that we have taken are involving them in our consent ed work and lobbying NUS.
We've been working with LSE on the ESG review to ensure that ethical investing is key to the process of this. We also have our weekly divestment working group where we get together with student leaders to discuss divestment.
But what about our own manifestos? So far this year as a team, we've created new green spaces, we've facilitated discussions on faith in the classroom, and we've lobbied for consent at LSE.
We've also doubled our hardship fund and heard feedback on all things LSE in our big conversation. This is just a few of the things that we've already ticked off on our manifesto.
To get updates on our manifesto points, go check out the LSESU website and see you soon.
To stay tuned with us, check out our website, our social media, and our weekly newsletter for more information on all our initiatives.